friends, it's Lori. Welcome back to The Generous Pour, where we're saving smarter, spending intentionally, and pouring into a life we love. Today, we are cash stuffing March week number 2, and I have $1,118 going into my budgeting system today. This is not a paycheck week, so it's a little lighter, but honestly, I've learned something about that over the years. Sometimes the quieter weeks, those are the ones that actually keep the system working. It's not always the big deposits, the big, money reallocations, different things like that. It's the consistency. Showing up week after week, putting something toward the life you are trying to build, or that I'm trying to build, and that's exactly what we're doing today. So we're going to stuff the wallet. We're going to pull everything out that I had in my leftovers, and then we are going to stuff my wallet, my sinking funds, and then play a couple of games at the end. And I will be revamping how I'm doing my games and challenges. I'm thinking about just kind of putting my challenges and games into the end of this video, the cash stuffing video, just to kind of lighten the load and make things a little simpler for me. And I'll talk about that a little as we go. But I hope everyone is having a wonderful Saturday morning. I started doing these Saturday morning videos. They just bring me joy. They reset my week. It kind of brings me to Sunday and helps me sort of like just feel I'm ready. It's almost like when you wake up. I don't know how you grew up. When I was growing up, it was like Saturday morning. We woke up, we watched cartoons, we did some chores, we did things like that, and kind of set us up for the whole weekend to just sort of do what we wanted to do. And that's sort of what budgeting feels like. My budgeting now feels like it sort of sets me up to just do my best. So let's start cash stuffing. I do have a coffee this morning because I am still, Saturday morning coffee. If you know, you know. But before I start, I want to tell you something from this weekend that just filled my cup. I mentioned this in my games video on Tuesday. On Sunday, we went into the city, into New York City, to celebrate my son's girlfriend's birthday. And the first stop was the Strand bookstore, which, if you've never been before, is one of my favorite places in New York. Books floor to ceiling, the smell of old paper, little stacks everywhere. You walk in thinking you'll just browse, and suddenly you're holding, books and things you didn't know you needed. I grabbed a couple of cards, which is why I went in there. I was looking for some birthday cards and some note paper. And then the four of us walked over to a needlepoint shop in the city because we got my son's girlfriend a beginner needlepoint class gift certificate for her birthday. So we walked in there, and she thought I was going in there for something for me. And we ended up saying, this is, pick out your pattern. And they have they had a ton of classes. And so I love gifting experiences. I sort of wish I could go back and redo some of the things I did when my kids were little, because experiences are so amazing, and stuff feels so overrated. And learning something new, creating something with your hands, that lasts, and she loved it. So she picked out her first pattern, and you could see the excitement, and it made me so happy. And we took the train home that night around 8 o'clock, and I looked at my watch, and it was like 11,000 steps that day, which was like crazy. But the weather was good. It was that early spring where the sun's out and it's warm, but as soon as that sun drops, it's going to get chilly, and it did. So we're not out of the woods yet in terms of the weather and snow. It has been raining this week here in Connecticut, and at least, it's not snowing. But next week is supposed to be like 65 and 70. So I'm kind of surprised about it. I think it's one of those like faux springs. They call it faux summer, but I think it's called faux spring, because I think we're going to be right back into the cold weather. But anyway, I just want to say that there's something really special about spending time with your adult kids. They're not adults. They're, young adults. But when they want to spend time with you, what a gift. And I never take that for granted. So anyway, let's get into my wallet and let's see what we have left over before we start cash stuffing. So per usual, this is my weekly wallet tracker, and this is for March number 1, because we're going to be cash stuffing March number 2, but my wallet leftovers is from the previous week. So let's grab that and see what we have. So we have groceries, and groceries has 10.21. Oh, and I got a new cash tray. Something a little smaller, and only because I needed a new dice tower, because my old dice tower, I wasn't able to reach in and grab the stuff, so I got this from Budgeting Introvert, and I love it. It's a little bit smaller. The profile's a little smaller, so I feel like I have a little bit more room. So $2.50, and let's grab my calculator. So $2.50 minus 21, so we spent $2.29. I don't feel like grocery prices are going down at all near us. So I am really scouring those sale papers and looking in my pantry and just trying to save where I can. Is it high where you are? So we had 75 for spending, and we spent 20, or we have left over 21, so we spent 54. I'm just like, there's a grocery store near us that keeps giving out like $10 coupons. Like, if you spend $40, you'll get $10. And I'm like, that feels like a $10 bill. You know, like every $10 counts, especially in the grocery game right now. So home gets 25, and we spent 10. We bought these little door stoppers for behind my son's bedroom door was hitting the wall, and it was making a dent in the wall. And what happened is that the little door stopper broke off, and it's been years, and we never replaced it. We just never did. And so we ended up at this hardware store, and you just unscrew it and screw a new one in, and it fixed in 2 seconds. And so, you know, these things you put off, and the solution is very easy sometimes. So it's like, I was like, oh my gosh. After we fixed it, I was like, I can't believe I didn't do this like 2 years ago. So Out and About has 10, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. So Out and About has 26. So that means we spent 49. And Pearl has nothing. She gets 30 a week, and we spent 30. So we have nothing left over. Generosity, I always spend. It's like I give myself $10 a week, and so we spent $10. That's just, you know, I say this every time. It's just little things, you know, coffee for a friend or buffer. I didn't spend my buffer, and usually I pull it out, but we are going to be rolling into a couple of birthdays and some little small trips. And so I'm actually just going to build my buffer up, I think, this month, just to make sure I have enough. So we spent 0, but we have 25 remaining, but I'm not going to roll it over. So let's count up what we have. So we have 21, 21, 15, and 26. So we have 83 that's going to get rolled over. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. Yep. So we have 83 that will go into our leftover binder at the end. And this is, again, a data point. And so it helps me tweak my categories if I need to. Every couple of months, I kind of pop in here and I go, you know, am I overspending in a certain category? Am I underspending in a category? And it helps inform my budget. So all these little things are just information. So anyway, so now let's grab our cash, and I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to put this money, I will actually just put it right off to the side here. And we should have, for today, $1,118. So we have 1, 2, so $1,118. Sometimes I don't know if you can see that. And that is what we are cash stuffing today. So I love when I love when you start off and you have exactly what you need, because it could go a little bit crazy. So I like to, even though we are a bi-weekly paid family, I like to budget my weeks. And on my non-paycheck weeks, it's a little lighter going into my sinking funds, but I like to divide this weekly out this way, so I stay aware of where things are going and how much I'm spending every week. It just helps me and makes things a little bit easier for us. So my wallet, and I have my cash planning sheet off to the side, which we did yesterday in my budget with me. So that is going to be, it's just going to be right here off to the side so that I can refer to it as I cash stuff. So first of all, groceries is going to get 250, so it's going to get 220, 30, 40, and 50. And with this challenge, or with this money, I like to play my weekly spinner. And this is just a little bit of extra money to be able to save before just challenges me to spend a little less. And so this is my weekly spinner, and we'll see what we're going to save. Ooh, holy moly, that's my first 30. Wow. So we're going to do 10, 20, and 30, and that will go into games at the end. So I have 220 this week to spend. So now my $10 coupon for groceries is going to be imperative. I do have one for this week, so I'm kind of excited about it. So groceries gets 220. My spending gets 50, 60, 75. And I like to play, let's actually grab my new dice tower, which I'm so excited about. And we will see what we save. So it looks like 2. So we're going to save 15. Wow, today is like big day. And this is the Under the Sea race by Essex Cash Stuffing. So that's going to get 15. And on this, I just put this right in here. So we'll put my 10 in. I don't know if I have any in my 5. Let me see here real quick. Yeah, I do have a 20. So I'm going to take a 20, and then I'm going to do a 10 and 2 5s. And I think that's all the 20s I have. Yep. And so this little amount every week is 50, 70, 90, 110. So I've saved $110 just by kind of seeing if I can make my budget work. And so now I have $60 for spending for the week. Home is going to get 25, and this gets $25 every single week. And this is for everything: laundry detergent, paper towels, everything. Out and About is going to get 75, and that is going to be 50, 60, 75. And this is the last game that we play with our wallet. And it is Fill the Dots from Dilly Dally Budgets. And I need to decide which one I'm going to do. So I'm going to multiply by 2. So 4 times 2 is 12. So I got to get my blue marker. No, wait a minute. Did I say 2? It's 8. So we're going to do 8. And let's see if we have any change in here. 1. We only have 1. So I will just do 9 in that one, and then I'll put 10 in. And this one has saved us quite a lot. 1, 20, 35. And I will, since this is a bigger challenge, I will go through this and put, every time it reaches 100, I will put a prop bill in. I haven't done that yet, and I'll put in a high yield savings account because, this could last me, this could be through the summer. 50, 65, 66. And so we will put this off to the side. And so now Out and About, this is my dining out, my date night. It's everything that's sort of out and about goes in here. So $30 goes into Pearl. She is our Siberian Husky. This is for her food, her grooming, all of that. I am going to be doing an envelope and putting it in my high priority for her for vet bills, different things like that. After she just got sick a couple weeks ago, and it was a pretty large bill, and I had to kind of take from different things. So generosity is going to get 10. It's funny when you build your budget, you think you know what you need and what you spend on, and then as you sort of, the months go on and you evolve, you're like, oh, I actually need I need something else for that. I've already filled out the tracker for Buffer, and Buffer is going to get 25. It's amazing how many things I thought I had covered, and then I started cash stuffing and sort of really getting into my budget, and it was like, wow, there's a lot of places that I had no idea where my money was leaking. So that is it for the wallet. I am so excited. This is one of my favorite things to do, is fill the wallet up. It's like, it just feels like an exhale. You're like, a chance to make some good decisions and reset for the week. And, if your week before was a little bit messy, it's an opportunity to kind of rein it in and make some different decisions. So, which is why I always love checking in with myself. So now we're going to move on to my sinking funds, and I always start with my high priority. And we are going to jump into, so emergency fund and month ahead get funded during my paycheck weeks. But rainy day, unexpected things happen, and it always does. And these categories make me feel calmer when something comes up and it doesn't feel like a crisis. And I don't have to go into my emergency fund. I can just kind of go into my rainy day, because that's what that's for. But anyway, I have filled out all of these trackers beforehand. So rainy day is going to get 25. So now rainy day has 50, so 20, 40, 50. And what I do with my sinking funds, different things that I don't necessarily use right away, is when the cash reaches 50, I'll replace it with a prop bill and I'll move it out. And I have a spreadsheet where I have all of my sinking funds and what I have in the bank versus what I have in my envelopes, because I don't want all this cash to sit in my binders. But I do like to know where that cash is, if that makes any sense. Home maintenance is going to get 50, and now this one has 50 in the bank and 50 in cash, so it has 100. This is the one category that I'm just like, just can't, I feel like as I fund it, we use it. it's a lot. We're going to skip that. We're going to skip house deposit. We're going to move to travel and trips. We just did pull out $1,000 for a deposit, so we are going to be putting $50 back in this. We're taking a family trip to Iceland in May, and so this is what funds that. So we have, let's see here. So we have 100, 200, 300, and 25. So we have 100, 250 in the bank and 75 in cash. So that's 325 in travel and trips. Traveling is just expensive, but so worth it. I just love traveling. We're putting $10 into wellness, and now wellness has 100, 200 in the bank, and $16. So $216 in wellness. Hobbies is getting 5, and I don't believe we're going to be, so we have 50 in the bank, and then we have 20, 40, and now 5. So we have $95 in hobbies. And again, when this reaches another 50, I will pull it out and replace it with a prop bill. Giving is going to get 25. And giving has now 100 and 200 in the bank, and 20, 25, 30. So 230 in giving. We are building this giving category up because my son is running the Boston Marathon, and we're trying to give him everything that we can to donate to his run. This is my special occasions binder, which I love. This is sort of, I don't even know. I even picked the pink binder, I think, because of hearts and love, and it just makes me feel so, it's just love in a binder. It's with my kids, it's everybody. So boys is going to get skipped. Birthdays is going to get 25. And so birthdays has 100 in the bank. And now it has 100 in the bank, 20, 40, 55. So 155 in birthdays. And my son's birthday is at the end of the month, so I want to build this up. 300 is my target, but we just had a birthday, and so I used it. So gifts is going to get $5, and now it has $6. And you know what? No amount is too small. It's like, if that's what you have, you know, fill it. Because it literally slowly adds up over the months, over the course. Celebrate is going to get 5. And now Celebrate has a lot of 10s. So 10, 20, 30, 45, 46, 47. So we have $47 in Celebrate. Next time I stuff it, I will probably bring this up to an even 50. In special or seasonal activities we're not doing together, we're doing 20. And that is all this one has, so it has 20. Holiday, I'm skipping. Thanksgiving, we are going to add 5. And now Thanksgiving, whoops, pulled out the, Thanksgiving has $50 in the bank and $5, so it has $55. And Christmas is going to get 100. And I am actually going to put that in a different binder, so we will come back to that. So Christmas, I'm going to put off to the side. And then we have our 2026 binder, which I have kind of merged some things. So we will put, it's going to get 3 20s, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is my games binder. And this is for my emergency fund and my home maintenance and my month ahead. And then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's make sure this is 150. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Well, that's 50. Let's count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's 50. So I'm just going to put this right here because we're going to come back to this and play these games. So I'm just going to tuck that in there until I'm finished with my cash stuffing. My 50 envelope is going to get, so I roll the dice at the beginning of the month. So this week is going to get 38. So number 12 is going to get 38. So it's going to get 20, 35, 36, 37, and 38. And this was my solution to the 100 envelope challenge that I just found, you know, I was like 12, 10. And so this is my 50 envelope and we're at week 12. And so I roll a 50-sided die and I determine what goes into each envelope. Just a little, just gives it a little bit of spontaneity, surprise. Okay, so 50 envelope is done. And then we are gonna put, this is my Christmas binder. And I'm not playing Christmas games right now because I'll probably start that in July. I'm just kind of filling this up for Christmas. And Christmas is going to get 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so it's getting 100. And so let's see what we can do. So we have that. So we can do 20, 40, 50. We'll put in here. And when I fill this up as $1,000, and what I did is when this tracker gets filled, I can mark off 1,000 and then I'll wipe it clean and then I'll do 1,000 down here so it keeps track and sort of as I go along. So, so we just did 50. So I'll X that. And then let's do this. And then we can put in a 20 right here. So we have a 20, and then we have 5, 10, 15, 20, so we have 30. So let's see if we have, we'll put it in this 30. And so this will go in here. So we need to mark off the 20 and the 30. 20, and then the 30. And that's sort of how I do it. It's just fun. It's just a fun way to save for Christmas. I love doing these things. And then my 10K, which is my absolute priority this year, which is my emergency fund. And I have a little tracker in here because these are such big, they're $200 each. And so this week we are putting in 50. So we're putting in $50. So we're going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. And once I fill up this tracker, I can move the money that's in this envelope, this kind of holding area, into a 200. So we have $50 in the bank and $50 in cash. So we should have 100. So 25, 50, 75, 100. Yep, that's right. And so far we have $600 in the bank. So we'll be able to cross one off. When will we be able to cross one off? It'll be a couple weeks because it's $25. So that is that. And then, and now we're going to play with our binder that we just put this money in. And this money is for my emergency fund and my month ahead. So this one is 150. And we are going to put $5 in for this March, second week of March. And this is for My Money Matters. And now that one has $10 because at the end of the month, I sweep that. We're going to skip this challenge. You know what? We won't skip it. Let's go into it. let's go into it and roll. We will roll a 20 and an 8. Or, no, do I have a 12? So let's do our 12. So it's going to be 9. So I'm just going to 9. And then we will roll our 20. 19. So 28 is going into this one. 25, 26, 27, and 28. So we're going to do 9 and 19. And this is going to my home maintenance fund. And so this one has 100 in the bank. And 20, 40, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. So 161 in this challenge. And this will get moved right into home maintenance. My priorities this year are home maintenance and my emergency fund, and I'm at the head. Emergency fund is my number one. Okay, so now we're moving on to this one. Let's put this off to the side. And this is Rainbow Connect 4. And we will roll to see. So it's going to be red. And where are we going to go? So red is 5. So it's either 3 and 5, or this one's already done. Okay, so it has to go here. And so that's getting 5, and I'm going to roll it one more time. Blue. So that's going to be 5. So I'll put this 5 back, grab a 10. And this one's going 1 and 2. So it's either going here or here. I'm going to go here, because there's already a blue. I feel like I might have used a lighter blue. It's the same blue. Oh well. Okay, and this is from Rainbow Budget Plans. And this one has 100. I'm going to take these two 10s out and grab a 20. And so it has 125 in this challenge. Now we're moving on to Rosebud's budgets. And let's roll to, let's see where we go. So we are going to go, let me grab my pen. So we're going to get a 5 and a 4. So it's going to be 9. Let's see if we have any change. We do. So we're going to grab a 10. And I will actually take out these two 10s and grab our last 20. So we have 20, 45, 46, 47, 48. So we have $48 in this one, and it looks like it might save 150, but we'll see. Shut the Clam. This is from Endless Budgets and Designs. So we have 6. So we have 10. So 9 and 1. 8. 6. 5. 9, 7, 8, 9. All right, we're cooking. That's it. So now we're putting 7 into this one. So 3 and a 4. 5, 6, 7. And let's see if we have. So this challenge has so far 20, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. So we'll just put that in there. Now we have Spring This or That from Soph's Budgeting Life. Lemonade or iced coffee. 1,000,000 times over iced coffee. So that is going to be 3. May flowers or April showers. May flowers for sure. I'm ready for flowers and sunshine. This winter I feel like has been brutal. Okay, so we have, I'm going to put these two 10s back and grab that. So we have $21 in this challenge. And this is from Soph's Budgeting Life. This is 3 Little Pigs challenge from My Money Matters and Life with Jenna. Purple, purple, purple. Well, that's amazing. Usually doesn't happen. So we've got purple, purple. I should just take this out and color it, but I'm not going to. Purple, purple, purple. We'll do one more. Purple, pink, purple. Purple, pink, purple. So this one's going to get 15. Okay. And then let's grab our pink. Right there. And then this one gets 15. So let's see what we have. Oh shoot, we have an I owe me. I forgot about that. I should have checked. So this one has saved us 50, 70, 90, 105. So we have 105 in this challenge, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more left to go. So this one is an I owe me, and I put it up here so that I can see it. So we owe this one $3. 1, 2, 3. And this is Risk Assist from Studio Budgets. And let's put the $3 in just straight out. And we have enough money. We honestly should be starting with this challenge because it could take all your money. It could take all your money. Okay, so we have this one, the 20-sided, and the 10-sided, I think. Where did that go? So we have, and the triangle. There it is. Okay, so I think we have everything. Okay, so we have 1, 4, 3, 3. Is that a 1? 1 and 10. Wow, this might be my least amount. So we have 1 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 10. 22. That's not bad. So we have 22 going into this one. And this is a big saver. So we have 110, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. 126. And we've only rolled it 4 times. That's crazy, right? This is one of my new games. I love this game. It's called Knots and Crosses, and this is from Budget and Bloom Designs. And let's do a little shuffling. We'll put this right here. And let's open this up. And let's pull. So we have cross, middle, middle. Knot, right, middle. Right, middle. Knot. Wait a minute. Top right. So I messed up. So now it's right. Cross, top left. Knot, middle bottom. Cross, top middle. Oof. Knot, left bottom. Okay, so we could win this way. We could win this way or this way. Whoever comes here is going to win. Cross, right bottom. So it's a diagonal, so it's 20. Oh, that's a big one. So the diagonal seems like the big one. So that is going to do it for that. And we're going to put 20 in this challenge. This challenge is so much fun. And this one has $60. So there's a little thing in here. Yep, so I must have got 20 last time. I must have got a diagonal. Anyway, I will clear this off and put it away off camera. Don't want to be scrubbing all these scrubbies. Okay, so 6. Let's grab the 6 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this one is, so we've got 3, 2, 4. Ooh, this one's going to be good. So we just have to get 1. So we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. So we got 3. It's however many you have to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I will put a 5 in just because. So I will put these 2 5s back and grab a 10, the last 10. And this is from Soap's Budgeting Life. If you can tell, I like her challenges. Dice Duel is from the Rocking Witch, and it is, you roll to see which ones, and where is that one? Oh, here it is. You roll to see who gets some orange. So we're going to go like this. I'll color this later. Orange, pink, pink. Whoever makes it to the center line wins. Orange, tie. Orange, pink. All right, it's tie. Whoever gets the next one, pink. So pink is 5. So we will do, how fun is this? This is Dice Duel from the Rocking Witch. Pink has won every single one of these games. Oh, that's crazy. All right, so we will put 5 in. And I'm going to roll my 9-sided die, or 10-sided, and see where we go next. So we will go to number 3. And that one is, ooh, I don't know if we have enough money for that. Do we have enough money for that? You know what? I don't think we have enough money to play Shut the Clam. You know what? Let's try. We'll do an IOU if we can't. 6. 6. Well, we're not off to a good start. Oh my God, 4, 6. Oh man. Okay, 9. My gosh, we've gotten 6 every single roll. Okay, so that's it. 16, no, that's 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have 15. And the I owe me that I had from before, 15, 16, 17, 18, is valid. So we'll just put that right there because we owe that. That's crazy. We owe that for the next one. And now this challenge has 20, 45, 55, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. And we have to go to this one next. And I'll close that up. And then our last thing that we do today, and probably one of my favorite things to do, is to play with the money that's left over. And this is everything that came out of my wallet. So this is money that, before I started cash stuffing, would have disappeared. This is disappear money that I would have never even thought about. You know, it was just money that was in my wallet and money that we've already played those. And that, make sure I don't have another I owe me in here. It's just money that, you know, you had and you just didn't think about. And now I think about it. So leap and multiply is 5, so it's going to get 15. And this is from Endless Budgets and Designs. And I'm going to actually take these 2 5s out and grab another 10. So this one has 20, 40, 50, 60, 72. And this one is going to get, let's get my pen, 15. Roll and match from the Rocking Witch. And this one is going to be pink, 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 pink. And I'm going to roll it one more time. Purple, pink, purple. Purple, pink, purple. So this one's going to get 15 as well. And let me grab my purple out of here. Oh, there it is. And that's done. And now this one has $65. And all of the money in this binder goes to reallocate into my sinking funds at the end of the month. And this is Pretty Girls Can Save by Bethany Budgets. And this one, ooh, this is a big one. 6 and 4. So I'm going to save 10. And this one has saved us $32. And this one is a new one. Whoop, let me put that back in there. This is Jewels of the Garden by Budget and Bloom. And what you do is, and it's got all these little cards, you roll this and you go wherever it says. So this one is blue. And so I'm going to take that out, and that's $2. And I'm going to roll that again. Yellow. And this one is 5. So we will do for yellow, I'm gonna do orange. So we've got 5, 6, 7. I love this challenge. It's so pretty. And each one of these kind of slides in here, and it's like, it's just so cute. So we'll put our $7 in here. I'm going to keep this off to the side so that they can dry. And then we are going to move on. This is our March, savings challenge, and we are going to put in here, we'll do a shamrock, and let's do yellow. So we'll put in, this one's so cute. This is from Budget and Bloom. This was her freebie that she gave me. And I hope we have $1. Yep, we do. And we'll put in 5. And that goes in there. Split, splat, splat from Grounded Budgets. 3. Roll a 3 and you put $10 in. And this one has $35. And that one is going to get, let's do, looks like the middle one. Wow. Seems like that's all we get. Then we've got Queen of Rainbow Hearts. And we have 2. So 2 is orange. Sorry, my chair seems to be squeaking. 1 is red. I'm going to do it again because it's only $3. And 5. 5 is purple. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we have 2 in here, yes we do. We'll put 10 in. And this is from Rainbow Budget Designs, RB Plans. Clear the line. This is from Endless Budgets and Designs. And I'm going to grab 2 8-sided. 5, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. 14, 12, 13, 14. Gotta get that big number out of there. 10, 15. So we'll do 11 and 4. 3. Well, that was a miracle. That was a miracle. 10. Uh-oh. Oh, 9 and 1. And that's it. So 7 plus 6 is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 again. So 10, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Clear the line. And that is the first 18 going into this one. And so what I will do is go like this. I'm glad we had enough money for that, because that could get crazy. And then our March challenge, we will do $10, and I will do a green hat. And each one of these is worth 5. And this is from Cash But Cute. Each leprechaun is 5. So we'll put 5 in, and we have a little bit more money. So now what I'll do is, so we have about $12 left. I will roll an 8-sided and see where we go. 7. Oof, okay. So we can do this. Okay, so that's 1. So that's red. Put that in there. Put that in there. 5. Okay. Let's do this one. And we'll do a green one. There we go. And so let's see if we have a 1. We don't. Oh yeah, we do. So we'll put a 5 in. And this is from Budget and Bloom Design. I just thought, you know what, I'm going to put some easier ones in here. Okay, so this one is my big dice. So it's blue, which we already have out. And that's going to be 2. I think I did this one. I feel like I got a lot of coloring challenges in here too. Let's do another one. Purple. So purple is, looks like I did pink. So 4. So I need to put in 6, which I think we have. And again, I'm going to keep these off to the side because I don't want them to get all mucked up. So 5, 6. Put this in here. And let's see. So we have $5 left. Can't play that. I am going to... I'm going to make a decision, I think, and put $5 into this one. Let's see what we roll. 4. Okay, so we'll do a 4 and a 1 on this one since we rolled that. And then we'll do a red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that goes into this, nope, goes into this one. And that's from RB Plans. So now it has 50, 60, 75, 76, 77, 78, so 9, 80, 81, 82, 83. So we have $83 in this challenge. And that is it. One thing I realized over the years of saving money, that saving money doesn't have to feel restrictive. It can actually feel satisfying. And these little games, that's what they do it for me. They give me a way to save that feels fun. And that little dopamine hit, you know, the little dopamine hit, a little like moment of, oh, this is working because I just played in all these games and all of this money is eventually going to hit my sinking funds and pad up savings in, you know, like it's going to move into a binder to pay for things that are important in my life right now. And that's why I'm not getting rid of them. I am shifting how I include them in my channel instead of standalone games days. I'm doing, I will be doing these games at the end of my cash stuffing videos because honestly, savings should feel good. And if a little game helps keep the habit going, the consistency, I'm all for it. So, you know, this goes in my sinking funds. The other one is 100% going into my month ahead and my emergency fund because those are the kinds of savings that create real peace of mind. But you know, you never know what you're going to get. And some weeks it's small, some weeks it's bigger, but every single time it moves the needle forward. And I think that's what some people sometimes forget about savings. It's not the giant deposits, it's the tiny, consistent ones. So speaking of savings, next week I'm actually going to be launching a new series on my channel. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be focusing on something a little different about money and mindset that I've been thinking a lot about lately, and that's why I've moved my games out because I don't want to have too many videos. So stay tuned for that. I think it's going to be really fun. But that is it for March, week number 2. Cash stuffing, $1,118 stuffed and saved, nothing flashy, just steady progress. And it's the kind of momentum, the consistency that actually changes things. So thank you for hanging out with me this morning. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and let me know in the comments, you know, what's the one thing that you like in your budget that you really keep showing up for? What are the things that bring you joy? Mine are, you know, the little games, the quick fun, sort of interacting with everyone in the budgeting community. I'm really having a ball. So until next time, keep saving smarter, spending intentionally, and pouring into the life you love. I hope you guys have a wonderful, restful weekend. I'll see you next week.